Big Girl Geek here with a brand new recap and review. And today I am recapping and reviewing Doom Patrol. And I know I am a little late, sorry. Big weekend, of course, with Captain Marvel and everything. So I had to go watch that and get that review up. It is up on the channel, please go check it out. But I did watch Doom Patrol and I am here with the recap and review. It is season 1, episode 4, Cult Patrol. Y'all know what time it is. It's time for the geek out. Alright, y'all know me, I have my notes because I don't want to miss anything when discussing this episode with you guys. As always, if you are enjoying the channel or if you just so happen upon this video and you do like it, give me a thumbs up. Please comment so I can discuss, share on social media, and do me the huge honor of subscribing to the channel. I am so close to this month's goal. Alright, so it starts off with a flashback, and y'all know me, flashbacks, well, not even, yeah, kind of sort of flashback. Flashbacks are a great way, my favorite way to tell a story. 17 years ago, we see about a family celebrating a birthday with a little baby, the first birthday. Then we see this, it cuts to his birthday when he turns 7 and when he turns 18. He has this weird writing on him. They say these weird prayers, and you can tell right off the bat from the title Cult Patrol that there's some type of cult. But when they turn 18, the dad is telling him he's not a hero, he's not here to save the world, he's here to end the world and to run. And as soon as he says that, the mom comes behind him and slits his throat. Great opener to the episode, and probably about my favorite part of the episode, my only thing that I liked about this episode. So there's a preview of what you think, what you know what I'm gonna think about this episode with that comment. We see a guy in a hotel, and it's the guy, he is from Firefly, and I think he's on Supernatural. He was on Supernatural, he had a run on Supernatural. I know the actor, I don't know his name, but I know that guy's face. He is talking to Mumbo Jumbo. He has some magic going on. We see a priest baptizing a baby, but then blood, when he goes to put the water, instead of water, it's blood. We see his hands open up. We cut to Cliff. We got to finally see the main people that we know. He's having dreams. He wakes up, and instead of holding his daughter, he's holding Jane, and it's not a Jane, it's Hammerhead. We cut to Larry, and the thing inside of him, messing with him, want him to see this video of him having one of his therapy sessions with the chief, but he's not here for that. Rita doesn't want to be a part of the team, or does she? She's babbling on about how she's feeling kind of left out, but then she's, you know, they're like, well, you don't want to be part of the team, so what's the problem? Vic is trying to do basically a recap, trying to get everybody on the team up to speed and be on the same page, and they're just bored. So we see the man from the hotel. We learn that his name is Kip because he just randomly shows up at the mansion. They have no type of security, kind of like Star Labs, and he's asking about where's the chief, yada yada yada. They ask who he is. He gives the backstory about the cult. About the boy. The boy is actually a book, and if they read the book, the cult reads this book and opens up an eye, and that brings about the apocalypse. So they have decided to try to stop this. He consults with an oracle. He brings up the oracle, and the oracle is actually the singing horse, and that was pretty cool. That was a pretty cool CGI and a weird thing that was going on, and it kind of tripped me out a little bit. I'm like, am I high? But it was cool. We learn that Kip is actually a chaos magician. Kip was so much giving me Constantine vibes, if you know John Constantine. So the team was able to get Elliot away from the mom. They have him at the mansion, and they're going to protect him. They came up with a plan to protect him. So they split up into teams. Cliff and, I was calling him Chill. Where did I get that from? Cliff and Jane, go to, their mission is to close the gate so that way they don't have to kill Elliot, because Kip was saying the only way to stop this was to kill him, and they're like, we're not killing the kid. So Cliff and Jane go to close the gates, and that will also stop the apocalypse, and the rest of them are there to protect the boy, Elliot, the book, from all the assassins and everybody that's going to be coming after him so they can read the book and bring about the apocalypse. Cliff and Hammerhead find themselves at the gate, which is the priest that we saw earlier. They argue, and then somehow the priest sends them somewhere else, and at that point a different personality takes over Crazy Jane that apparently doesn't have any powers. She's a very submissive girl. Hammerhead, and in the midst of their arguing, told Cliff that she views him as a monster, you know, no soul, things like that. We learn that there are two different types of Niles. Who's the chief, of course. There's a nice chief that the team knows, and then there's a chief that he doesn't care, he'll get anything done and sacrifice anyone to get what he wants. We see Elliot struggle, the book struggle, let's call him the book struggle with himself and what he's destined to be. He contemplates suicide, things like that. And as Larry's talking him out of that, the being leaves his body. He wakes up in the same spot. He watches the video of Chief and him during therapy. He sees that Chief built a device so that the thing inside of him could speak. And he's asking all these questions. And he's like, what is it like, you know, being with Larry? And he's like, it's torture. So he's torturing himself, or he's being tortured or something like that, but we don't know. Cliff and Jane are in front of the mom and dad, who are now these beings, but the dad's dead. So the mom's doing all the talking. She's now this like witchy being, king and queen, kind of out of Alice in Wonderland type situation, giving me very much Alice in Wonderland vibes. It was a very funny scene. There's some fight scene with some men who, when you destroy them, they're made of letters. It's like, I tell you, this episode was all over the place. Kip tries to sacrifice Cyborg, then he goes to try and attack Jane, who has helped Elliot and talked him off the ledge of committing suicide. And she pulls an elongated man, stretches her arm, holds him back, and apparently she's very strong. It was great to see that new power. They get Elliot, you know, they talk him down, that works out. Cyborg survives the assault on him with a big old blast. Jane and Cliff, in the world that they are in is actually a snow globe in the chief's office. So they're in the chief's office the whole time in the snow globe, and nobody knows that they're there. The assassins end up taking Elliot. They read the book, the eye opens, and it's about to be the apocalypse, and that is the end of the episode. So that is the recap. My review of the episode, like I said, the only part that I liked was the first part, because it kind of scared me. It caught me off guard. It was very interesting. But then after that, I felt like this episode was all over the place. It was jumping from place to place. I didn't know what the hell was going on. New characters. This is taking us outside of the main story, so it's very much filler. I didn't get it. I don't know what's going on. I'm sure it's going to come all together, but right now, as a standalone episode, I was not really feeling it. It was one big mind, you know what? I felt like I was watching an episode of Doctor Who, but not good, because I like Doctor Who. I feel like they was trying to do Doctor Who and failed. I don't know. The only, I guess, good thing besides that scene is that they are obviously breaking off into teams. So it's like Larry and Rita are close. Or excuse me, not Larry, he's not close. He has his own situation going on. Cyborg and Rita have some type of thing going on, and then it's like Cliff and Jane have some type of thing going on. I mean, that's what I appreciate about the episode, and getting those stories and how they are like learning about each other. I appreciated that, but overall, I didn't really like this episode. If I had to give it a grade, I give it a C. But what did you guys think? Let me know in the comments. As always, I can't wait to discuss with you. And that's all I have for you today, Doom Patrol fans. Until next week, and I promise I will try very hard to get this up on Friday night after my 9 to 5. And so I do apologize for it being late again. All right, I'm out of here. Big Girl Geek out. Peace. Hey, where are you going? You just watched a cool video. Subscribe.